When Jesus was crucified, they all ran. They hid in fear. Some even denied knowing him. But then they saw something, or at least believed they saw something. And from that moment on, not one of them ever ran again. No threats of the sword, no exile, no crucifixion, no fire, nothing made them take back their words. So what did these men witness that made dying easier than fleeing? The apostles alongside Jesus weren't killed for his teachings. They were killed for testifying to an event they claimed to have witnessed firsthand. Most people ask, would a liar accept death as the price for a lie he knows he's telling? The answer to that question lies in the story of Jesus' 12 apostles. 1. Peter, Simon, Peter. Crucified upside down Rome, A.D. 64. The same man who denied Jesus 3 times, years later faced his own execution in Rome. Believing himself unworthy to die the same way as Jesus, he begged his executioners to crucify him upside down. And he never denied a word. 2. Andrew, X-shaped cross Greece, A.D. 60. While preaching in the city of Patras, he was arrested and bound to an X-shaped cross, a slow death that would last dozens of hours. His reported last words, "I lived not to please you, but to bring you good news." 3. James, son of Zebedee, execution by sword, Jerusalem, A.D. 44. The first of the 12 apostles to be recorded as a martyr. He was beheaded by order of King Herod Agrippa. 4. John, exile, island of Patmos, A.D. 100. Among all the apostles, only John died of natural causes, but that doesn't mean his life was painless. According to tradition, he survived being thrown into a cauldron of boiling oil in Rome and was then exiled to the island of Patmos. There, he wrote the book of Revelation. 5. Philip, crucifixion or stoning, Hierapolis, A.D. 80. The Phrygians tortured him at length before crucifying him. Historians debate the exact manner of his death. Some sources say he was hung upside down. Either way, he refused to be silenced. 6. Bartholomew, Nathaniel, flayed alive, Armenia, A.D. 68. One of the most brutal deaths recorded in history. He was skinned alive on Armenian soil, then either crucified or beheaded. In religious iconography, he is often depicted holding his own skin, a symbol of both his suffering and his resolve. 7. Matthew, martyred by spear, Ethiopia, A.D. 60. A tax collector who left everything behind. He was killed by spear or sword in Ethiopia or Persia. He had already given up his wealth. Now he was giving up his life. 8. Thomas, Didymus, executed by spear, India, A.D. 72. The skeptic who said, "I won't believe unless I see," traveled farther than any of them, all the way to India. A church near Chennai still stands today, marking the site where he was martyred. Long after he stopped doubting, he was killed by spear. 9. James the Less, stoned to death, Jerusalem, A.D. 62. The first bishop of the Jerusalem church. He was thrown from the top of the temple. When the fall didn't kill him, the crowd finished him with stones. His reported last words, "Lord, forgive them," nearly an echo of Jesus' own final words. 10. Simon, the Zealot, sawn in to Persia, A.D. 65. He had once been a member of the Zealots, a movement that took up arms against Rome. Now he was dying for an entirely different kind of revolution. He was sawed in half in Persia. 11. Thaddeus, Jude Lebbaeus, killed with an axe, Persia, A.D. 65. He traveled to Persia alongside Simon and most likely died the same day. He is frequently depicted in art holding an axe, a symbol referencing both his trade and his death. 12. Judas Iscariot. Suicide, Jerusalem, A.D. 33. The only apostle who betrayed Jesus for 30 pieces of silver. Remorse destroyed him. He threw the money back into the temple and went and hanged himself. Compared to the deaths of the other apostles, the contrast is stark. He didn't die under the weight of what he had witnessed. He died under the weight of what he had done. People can die for lies they believe in, but they never die for lies they know they're telling. 12 men, different continents, different weapons, different years, but one consistent thread. Not one of them, in their final breath, took back what they said. Believe it or not, this is one of history's strangest collective decisions, and it changed the course of the world.